नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 14, Text 5. Muktanamapi siddhanam Narayana parayanaha Sudurlabha prasantatma Kotishvapi mahamune. Muktanamapi siddhanam Narayana parayanaha Sudurlabha prasantatma Kotishvapi mahamune. Muktanamapi siddhanam Narayana parayanaha Sudurlabha prasantatma Kotishvapi mahamune. Mataji, Muktanam, of those who are liberated during this life, who are unattached to the bodily comforts of society, friendship, and love. Api, even Siddhanam, who are perfect because they understand the insignificance of bodily comforts. Narayana Parayanaha, a person who has concluded that Narayana is the supreme. Sudhurlabhaha, very rarely found. Prashanta, fully pacified. Atma, whose mind, quote issue out of millions and trillions. Api, even Mahamune, O great sage, Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation: O great sage among millions who are liberated and perfect in knowledge of liberation, one may be a devotee of Lord Narayana or Krishna. Such devotees who are fully peaceful are extremely rare. Purport: Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives the following purport to this verse. Simply desiring mukti or liberation is insufficient. One must become factually liberated. When one understands the futility of the materialistic way of life, one becomes advanced in knowledge, and therefore he situates himself in the Vanaprastha order, unattached to family, wife, and children. One should then further progress to the platform of sannyas, the actual renounced order, never to fall again and be afflicted by materialistic life. Even though one desires to be liberated, this does not mean he is liberated. Only rarely is someone liberated. Indeed, although many men take sannyas to become liberated, because of their imperfection, they again become attached to women, material activities, social welfare work, and so on. Jnanis, yogis, and karmis, devoid of devotional service, are called offenders. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Mayavadi Krishna Aparadhi. One who thinks that everything is Maya instead of thinking that everything is Krishna is called an Aparadhi or offender. Although the Mayavadis, impersonalists, or offenders at the lotus feet of Krishna, they may nonetheless be counted among the Siddhas, those who have realized the self. They may be considered nearer to the spiritual perfection because at least they have realized what spiritual life is. If such a person becomes Narayana Parayana, a devotee of Lord Narayana, he is better than Jivan Mukta, one who is liberated or perfect. This requires higher intelligence. There are two kinds of jnanis. One is inclined to devotional service and the other to impersonal realization. Impersonalists generally undergo great endeavor for no tangible benefit. Therefore, it is said that they are husking paddy that has no grain. Stula tushava ghatinaha. The other class of jnanis, whose jnana is mixed with bhakti, are also of two kinds. Those who are devoted to the so-called false form of Supreme Personality of Godhead, and those who understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead as Satchidananda Vigraha, the actual spiritual form. The Mayavada devotee worship Narayana or Vishnu with the idea that Vishnu has accepted a form of Maya and that ultimate truth is actually impersonal. The pure devotee, however, never thinks that Vishnu has accepted a body of Maya. Instead, he knows perfectly well that the original absolute truth is a supreme person. Such a devotee is actually situated in knowledge and he never merges in the Brahman effulgence, as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 10-32. Yenye ravindaksha vimuktamani nastvayasta bhavat avishuddha buddhayaha आरुह्य कृच्छ्रेण परम पदम ततः पतन्त्यधोना धृतयुष्मदंघ्रयः. O Lord, the intelligence of those who think themselves liberated but who have no devotion is impure. Even though they rise to the highest point of liberation by dint of severe penances and austerities, they are sure to fall down again into the material existence, for they do not take shelter at your lotus feet. Evidence of this same point is also given in Bhagavad Gita 9 chapter 11th verse, wherein the Lord says, Avajananti mam modha manusham tanumashritam param bhavam ajananto mama bhota maheshwaram. Fools deride me when I descend in human form. They do not know my transcendental nature and my supreme dominion over all that be. When rascals Mudas see that Krishna acts exactly like a human being, they deride the transcendental form of the Lord because they do not know the Parambhavam, his transcendental form and activities. Such person are further described in Bhagavad Gita as follows. Moghasha moghakarmano moghajnana vichetashaha rakshashim asurim chaiva prakriti mohinim shitaha. Those who are thus bewildered are attracted by demonic and atheistic views. In that deluded condition, their hopes for liberation, their fruitive activities, their culture of knowledge are all defeated. Such persons do not know that Krishna's body is not material. There is no distinction between Krishna's body and his soul. But because less intelligent men see Krishna as a human being, they deride him. They cannot imagine how a person like Krishna could be the origin of everything. Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Such persons are described as Moghashaha, baffled in their hopes. Whatever they desire for the future will be baffled. Even if they apparently engage in devotional service, they are described as Moghashaha because ultimately they desire to merge into the Brahman effulgence. Those who aspire to be elevated to the heavenly planets by devotional service will also be frustrated because this is not the result of devotional service. However, they also given a chance to engage in devotional service and be purified, as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam. Shinvatam swakatha Krishna punya shavana kirtanaha hridayantasto hyabhadrani vidhunoti suhrit satam. Shri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is the Paramatma in everyone's heart and the benefactor of the truthful devotees, cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who relishes his messages, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. Unless the dirt within the core of one's heart is cleansed away, one cannot become a pure devotee. Therefore, the word Sudurlabha, very rarely found, is used in this verse. Not only among hundreds and thousands, but among millions of perfectly liberated souls, a pure devotee is hardly ever found. Therefore, the words Kotishvapi are used herein. Srila Madhvacharya gives the following quotations from the Tantra Bhagavata. Navakotiyastu devanam rishaya saptakotayah Narayana sarve yekechit taparayanaha. There are 90 million demigods, 70 million sages who are all called Narayanayanas, devotees of Lord Narayana. Among them, only a few are called as Narayana Parayana. Narayanayana Deva Rishi Adyastat Parayanaha Brahmadhyaha Kechaneva Siddho Yogya Sukham Labham. The difference between the Siddhas and the Narayana Parayanas is that the direct devotees are called Narayana Parayanas, whereas those who perform various types of mystic yoga are called Siddhas. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurinmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Katamayam Dadati Swapatantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapatakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamcha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Brindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुक्तानामपि सिद्धानां नारायणपरायणः सुधुर्लभप्रशान्तात्मा कोटिष्वपि महामुने। O great sage among many millions who are liberated and perfect in knowledge of liberation, one may be a devotee of Lord Narayana or Krishna. Such devotees who are fully peaceful are extremely rare. Hare Krishna. So happy and fortunate to be among the rare assembly of devotees who are extremely rare. So this is a very beautiful and most important verse. Muktanam api siddhanam narayana parayanaha. In the Bhagavatam, if you see a beautiful combination of the speaker and the audience, the hearer. Primarily, Parikshit Maharaj is a person who is hearing. Of course, a lot other sages are also there. And Sudhir Goswami is speaking. So if you see the combination of the speaker and the Parikshit Maharaj, it's quite interesting because in the Varnashram system, in the whole material world, everybody is trying to enjoy, isn't it? That's why Krishna created this material world for those who want to independently enjoy. But who can actually enjoy to the maximum, the best enjoyment who can get in this material world? In the four varnas, four ashramas are there. Who is a person who is best situated to enjoy this material world? Huh? Grahasthas. Okay. Then varna and ashrama. In ashrama, you said grahasthas. In the varna, brahmana, kshatriya, vaishya, shudra. Who is the best? Who is the best person who is situated to enjoy this world? Huh? Kshatriya. Yes. So Kshatriya is best situated to enjoy this world. He's a king. And the Kshatriya who is a Grihastha. The combination of Varna and Ashrama. So a Brahmana means he has to do tapasya. His first meal starts at around 11:30, 11 o'clock. What he does morning, get up and do puja and part. And finally, he eats something around 11 o'clock. And he's supposed to be the poor Brahmana. So his body is not so much meant for enjoyment. And if you see a Shudra is working hard, Vaishya is also, yes, he may be having money, but he has a lot of other things to do. He has to feed the agriculture or cow protection like that. But the king is best placed for enjoying this world. Krishna is supreme enjoyer, and the king is considered as a Naradeva, representative of Krishna. In both ways, in the protecting the world, the kingdom, as well as Krishna is supreme enjoyer. The king is also as a representative. He can be he is in a position who can enjoy the best way. So yes, he can have many wives. He has a big palace, and he doesn't separately earn money, isn't it? How the king gets wealth? People who are earning money, they pay tax. The Vaishya gives, and the rishis who perform tapasya, part of their tapas goes to the king. So in this way, of course, he has great responsibility. He has to protect. He has to, he cannot run away from the battlefield. So he has a lot of responsibilities. But at the same time, he is best situated to enjoy this world. So that is a position of the king. And the king who is a grahastha. So if you see the whole material world arrangement, the legitimate enjoyment a person can have is the Kshatriya king who is a grahastha. The same Kshatriya, when he is a brahmachari, he has to undergo like similar tapasya, Krishna Balram, when they went to Gurukul, they were performing, austerities, going to forest and collecting, woods. Like Ram is also in the Gurukul tapasya. And when they become vanaprastha, so Brahmanas can undergo all the ashramas, brahmachari, grahastha, vanaprastha, sannyas. And Kshatriyas, they undergo brahmacharya, grahastha, vanaprastha. The Vaishyas, they undergo brahmacharya and grahastha. Shudras are some little brahmacharya training and mostly grahastha ashram. So when Kshatriya, when he undergoes brahmacharya ashram or vanaprastha, he cannot also enjoy. But when the same Kshatriya, when he goes to the second ashram, grahastha ashram, that is the best arrangement. There he can really enjoy this world. So in this way, we understand that best enjoyment capacity a person can have is a king, a Kshatriya, who is a grahastha. But now, Parikshit Maharaj, he was best situated in this context. He is a Kshatriya and a grahastha. So now the Bhagavatam is presenting us a scenario where a person who is situated in the best way, the best platform by which he can enjoy this world, and what he is doing that. What is option he took to get the best enjoyment. So he is giving a. That's why if you see, when Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita, whom did he speak? He spoke to Arjun, And Bhagavatam is spoken to Parikshit Maharaj. Both are Kshatriyas, who are kings, who are best situated in the Pravritti Marga, basically. At least their opportunity. So Krishna he could have spoken Gita to, some sages, Vyasadeva or somebody in the Himalayan cave or something, but he chose Arjuna. So in this way, it is people, because this is spoken for the people in the material world, So it is kind of a advertisement Krishna gives. You see the option what these people are taking, So now Arjuna took the option of, being a Kshatriya. He went back to his duty of being in the material world, performing his activities for the pleasure of Krishna. And Parikshit Maharaj is doing a different kind of, option, different kind of activities. So now Parikshit Maharaj, who even though he had a capacity to counter curse or counteract the curse of Shringi, and he could have continued his position as a great king, and he could have a good time materially and spiritually also. But Parikshit Maharaj accepted the curse and he did not retaliate and improportionately cursed, for his action. So here Parikshit Maharaj, who can still continue his life of legitimate enjoyment as a grahastha, as a Kshatriya. But what he opted, this is one side. This is from the point of view of the person who is hearing Bhagavad, the prominent person who is hearing Bhagavatam. And when you come to the stage of the speaker of the Bhagavatam, who is the speaker? Sudeva Goswami. And what is his position? Atma Rama Shimanayo Nirgrantyapi Urukrame. So he was situated in the Atma Rama platform. What is Atma Rama platform? Muktanam api Siddhanam. So he is actually situated in the liberated platform. As soon as even before he has taken birth, he was not ready to come out of the womb only. He said that I'm afraid to come out. So people in this world are waiting when this opportunity is going to be there. We want to get into Maya, and to enjoy. But Sudeva Goswami is liberated in the womb only, and he has nothing to do with the material world. And when he was assured by Krishna, he came out and immediately started walking. putre tanmayataya taravobhineduhu. And finally he returned back. For what reason? Even though he is completely detached from this material world, but not that he is detached from the material enjoyment means he's deprived of something, is less in his enjoyment. He is completely situated in the self, in self-realization. He is completely enjoying his own self, that he is not his body, he is spirit soul. So his enjoyment is higher than the enjoyment of the Kshatriya in liberated platform. So now that Surya Goswami turned from what? From that liberated platform. He turned towards what? Krishna. And the speaker, the here Parishit Maharaj, he turned his face away from material enjoyment. So when you compare this both audience and the speaker, this particular shloka comes out basically just by looking at these two personalities. Muktanam api siddhanam narayana parayana. That means that the person who is best situated to enjoy this material world, he turns his attention towards Krishna. And the person who is best situated in the liberated platform, which is beyond, the 7 planetary system, Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha, Maha, Jaraha, Tapa, Satyam. So beyond that, enjoyment is the liberation, the platform of liberation, Kaivalya, we say. So there are Shastra quotation which says that the Parthiva Sukha, the enjoyment in the earthly palate is, if it is one ratio, then the heavenly enjoyment is 100 times more than that. Then the enjoyment of Prajapatis, like this goes. Brahma is the highest person who can enjoy the best, in this whole creation. But then higher than that is the liberation, in the enjoyment a person can experience in the platform liberation is so big that the Brahma's enjoyment will be a small drop, So Sukadeva Goswami has crossed beyond that. He is in the platform of liberated platform. He's enjoying his own self. And now he is turning his side towards Krishna. So the option what he took. So that means that those who are not experienced the enjoyment in the liberated platform, if they think that maybe liberation is higher than, the enjoyment in liberation is better than devotional service, then here is evidence. The Bhagavatam presented by who? Sukadeva Goswami. But he got higher taste, higher enjoyment. Parishit Maharaj, okay, now I am experiencing some material pleasure, but the pleasure experienced by the best person in this world is the king, Parishit Maharaj. So that could be better. So even somebody is not believing in the heaven or not believing in something liberation, only wanted to experience the Pratyaksha Praman. So here is a Pratyaksha Praman, Parishit Maharaj, who has opportunity to enjoy this world, but he rejected that. So in this way, even before entering into their conversation, simply by the decisions, by the options they have taken in their own life. Who's Parishit Maharaj, what option he took? Sukadeva Goswami, what option he took? That itself is giving us an idea that there is something greater in the Srimad Bhagavatam. There is something greater in devotional service, So that's why Muktanam api Siddhanam. So in that way, those who are liberated in the Brahman platform, when they are taking to Krishna consciousness, how rare it is, how highest it is. One is highest, another is very rare, So some certain things are very very great, but it's not very rare also, For example, human body is very great, but in one sense, by the evolution process, one can achieve human body also. But certain things are very high, but it's not easily available. So in that highest of all, which is very, very rarely available, devotion service kept at highest platform. So that means in the material world, people are into enjoyment. How many are turning their back towards this enjoyment and coming to the devotional service? And those who are attaining aiming for liberation, amongst them, how many are coming back to devotional service, So in that sense, Sudurlabha Prasantatma. We also hear Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, Kevala Visheramanda. So Sudurlabha, one is very, Durlabha is rare, Sudurlabha is very rare, and Prasantatma, he is completely satisfied, So Sudhe Goswami, he was Shantatma, but when he took to Bhagavatam, he became Prashantatma. Very, very fully satisfied. And Parishit Maharaj, getting devotion service is very rare. But when he approached Sudhe Goswami, he heard from him, he becomes Sudhurlabha. Very, very rarely got association of these pure devotees. So Sudhurlabha and Prasantatma, in these two words, these adjectives, Shantatma, Prashantatma, Durlabha, Sudurlabha. So this emphasizes the rarity and the greatness of devotional service. Kotishapi Mahamuni. Kotishu is also plural, it mentioned Kotishu. In the notes in this purport, the word Koti means 10 million. Its plural means millions and trillions. So you can't count, you can't say a particular number, Koti or 1 crore or 10 million. Kotishu means you can have how many, there's no number mentioned here at all. So that much is a rarity of devotional service. But however we go with the rarity, unless we have, like yesterday, Gauram Bihari Prabhu gave a very nice class. Prabhupada's past time he quoted, but Tamal Krishna Maharaj. So if we tell, if Prabhupada would have told Tamal Krishna Maharaj, you are the most insignificant, it may not have, gone so much. But Prabhupada compared the whole, he came by spiritual world and, different planet, finally came to, earthly planet. So he gave a scale, how insignificant. So then we have some idea, okay, I am the, even this person thinks in this small room in Los Angeles, which place it was? Somewhere, in this big city, in this small room, he considered himself as significant. So when he gives a scale, we understand how really we are small or how really this is big, So in purport, Srila Prabhupada gives that how we should understand with the scale he is giving. Prabhupada says that there are two understanding. One is the desire for liberation. Another thing is actual liberation, So what we are discussing here is that a person who is actually liberated, amongst that millions of persons who is actually liberated, one person become devotee of Krishna. So that means not just desiring liberation, but actually getting liberated. In all our activities, there are three stages are there. First, understanding, then desire, then we get the result. Jnana Ichha Kriti they call. Just like somebody wants to eat a gulab jamun, first he desires, the gulab jamun is very tasty. I want to eat this. So that if the knowledge is not there, then there is no desire will be there. So before desire, one has to understand, I like this. This is very sweet. After the desire, after the understanding, a person desires. And after the desire, there is sufficient, a person endeavors. He does endeavors, then he gets the result. So Jnana Icha Kriti. So Prabhupada says here, so a person just desiring liberation is not sufficient. Person has to be actually liberated. So that's why it is said, Prabhupada mentions that a person who has knowledge and the person who has realization, who is better? A person who has realization. Why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he went to Jagannath Puri, Sarva Bhattacharya, who is teaching Vedanta to so many sannyasis in Puri, but when he was trying to teach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what he did? He made Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sit on the asana, and where he sat down, he sat down, correct. So how come a teacher can sit and a student is sitting up, So when you see in the Varnashrama system, the Vedic system, the person who is giving knowledge is in one platform. The person who is renounced is in another platform. But the more important, more respect is given to a person who is in the renounced platform than the person who is in knowledge. Why here Prabhupada is in the purport? When one understands the futility of the materialistic way of life, one becomes advanced in knowledge. So you become advanced in knowledge. One should then further progress to the platform of sannyas. One should further progress. So knowledge means to understand that this is not good for me and this is good for me. The Viveka Buddhi is knowledge. But then the application of knowledge means is what? He convinced that this is not good for me. So then he becomes renounced order of life. He comes to the stage of renunciation. So the fruit of knowledge is renunciation. The fruit of knowledge is renunciation. So that's why Bhattacharya understood that I may be knowledgeful, but I am not realize what I'm teaching or what I'm speaking. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a sannyasi because he's in renounced order of life. He understood the teachings, what I'm trying to, what I'm going to teach him. So he put him on the higher platform, he sat down. So this way, being in knowledge is lower, but being renounced order is higher than that. So Prabhupada says that when a person understands the futility of the material world, he is in one platform. But a person who is renounced, he is actually in a second platform. And after renunciation is a process for the Mayavadis or for those who are getting liberation. Then actually it tastes. So first is jnana, understanding. Then there is a desire that I want to get liberated. Then he acts on that desire. That is what taking sannyasa. And he performs tapasya and all the required activities. Then he actually achieves liberation. So that means on the fourth stage we get the fruit. So when you come to that platform, he become such millions and millions of people attend that platform of liberation. In that platform, one person gets into devotional service. So now we go to, we see the scale. That means that in the whole material world, nobody is convinced that there is no enjoyment in this material world. Then there has to be some desire, has to be the knowledge has to be there. No, this enjoyment is very futile. Then after knowledge, some desire has to be there. Okay, understand this is nonsense. I have to get something else. After desire, somebody has to act on that. Liberation is somewhere so far away. And among that, those kinds of millions of people who actually achieve liberation, bhakti is rare, means we can have some idea of the scale, So, every day we chant this prayer. Mahaprasade Govinde, Nama Brahmani Vaishnava. I'm not talking this to, wake up the devotees. How the verse ends? Swalpa punya vatam rajan vishwaneva jayate. So what is the meaning of this verse? Swalpa punya vatam rajan vishwaso naiva jayate. And the faith is not generated in three things. What are three things? Mahaprasade, Govinde, Nama Brahmani, Vaishnavi. In four things. In four things, Vishwaso naiva jayate. The faith is not developed. For whom? Swalpa punyavatam. Hey Rajan, somebody speaking to a king, maybe Yudhishthir Maharaj, I think. Hey Rajan, hey king, faith in this four thing is not generated to a person. Who is that person? Who have got less sukriti, less punya. So he did not say that those who are sinless, he didn't say sinless. Those who are not sinless, those who are not committing sins, they can get faith in these four things. Mahaprasade, Govinde, Nama Brahmani, holy name, Vaishnavis, What the verse is saying that those who are not sufficient, those who doesn't have a sufficient punyas, they cannot have faith in these things, That means when you are sitting for prasadam, when we see, look at somebody else who is sitting next to us, we should understand that this person is not just sinless. This person he has done so many sukruti, so many punyas. What is punya here means? He's achieved, he's amassed so many devotional credits. That's why he's sitting next to me and taking prasadam. So we may think that, oh, this person is dozing off in japa. He's, while sleeping, uh, he's, doing karate. He's making sound. So many things. His dhoti is not proper. His tilak is teda hai. But actually, when he chant this particular verse, Swalpa Punya Vatam Rajan Vishwasaneva Jayate, he is not an ordinary person. This person has amassed a lot of spiritual credits, pure devotional credits. So we can appreciate the other person. So uh, the platform of bhakti means that the desire of liberation, not only that, one who achieved liberation, platform liberation, and after that, also such a rarity means the devotees are in that rare category. And it is also amazing, Srila Prabhupada here says, the two kinds of people, Jnanis are divided into two. The Mayavadis are Vishnu Aparadhis we hear. But are they going to hell or they can get liberation? Imagine somebody is offending Krishna directly. Krishna doesn't like them. But Krishna is so merciful, he is giving them liberation. So in one sense, if you see from Krishna's point of view, how merciful, how magnanimous he is. Mayavadi, Krishna Aparadhi, Vishnu Aparadhi, correct? But why the Mayavadis are given that kind of favor by Krishna? When Mahaprabhu went to Varanasi, he was meeting with Prakashananda Saraswati and party. When Prakashananda Saraswati and party, they extended their hand to Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu sat in a unclean place. He extended, and Mahaprabhu finally spoke to them and gave mercy to them. In that place, Prabhupada writes in the purport, even though the Mayavadis are Vishnu Aparadhis, but Mahaprabhu gave them mercy, for what reason? For this one reason. The reason is that somehow or other, even the Mayavadis have faith in the Shastra. And what understanding? That this material world is a miserable place. We should get out of this place. I am not this body. And this faith in the Shastras. And what is Shastra? Shastra is Krishna's words. Shruti, Sruti, Mamaiva Ajna. So because they got faith in Krishna's words, and they're offending the person who gave these words. So I have faith in the Guru's word, but I don't like the Guru. I want to kill Guru. What kind of mentality is that? But somehow or other, Mahaprabhu is merciful just because they have faith in Krishna's teaching, in Shrutis and Smritis, partial faith. And not only that, they are also practicing sincerely and seriously the austerities, the renunciation. So Krishna is tolerating them and giving them opportunity. Okay, you want liberation, I give you liberation. So, but one condition, that you offend me as much as you want, but don't offend my devotees. So in one sense, Prabhupada in Nectar of Instruction also advises that be careful in taking any favor from Mayavadis. Don't associate close to them, and don't take donations from them, Of course, how practically it's applied, it's difficult. So why is that? They are offending Vaishnavas, but if they are offending Krishna, evidently directly, but if they start offending Vaishnavas, that particular mercy of Krishna is also goes away. So Mahaprabhu is avoiding them actually. Mahaprabhu is avoiding them, and devotees avoid. When even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he went to Udupi, the Vaishnava sannyasis are avoiding Mahaprabhu, thinking that he is a Mayavadi sannyasis. Of course, when the debate comes, when they come themselves, they're ready to fight. But they try to avoid because they don't want to give the opportunity for them to offend Vaishnavas. But the Vaishnavas also, even though they are offending Vaishnavas, but when you see the Mayavadis, we have to pay obeisances. For what reason? Because of this connection. What? They are following Krishna's instruction, and they are also following Krishna's teaching in their life in the platform of renunciation and austerity. So in this way, we see the renunciation is given higher importance than the knowledge. Some other Mayavadis have come to the platform of applying the knowledge. So that respect is given from distance. Okay, pay obeisances, even Prabhupada says, even Mayavadi sannyasis, one should pay obeisances, correct? But with distance. So in this way, we see Krishna's compassion, Krishna's mercy, even though they are offending me, and one Vaishnava said that if Krishna has to come into this world walking, and if the Mayavadi sees them, they will take the sword and chop off his head. Uh, you know why? Because there are two kinds of danger for Krishna. The two kinds of Krishna killer we encounter in our life. One is a fundamental uh, fanatic religious people. We all know who they are. They want to break Krishna's temple. So much of invasions. They destroy. Uh, you know, the idol should be destroyed. Idol worship. So this is one threat. Krishna has to be protected. Another threat is from the Mayavadis. Ultimately, what is their goal? They want to kill Krishna. So, but our dealings with these two people are different. The first set of people who are, anti-Krishna, who want to kill Krishna, they are direct threat. Our deities has to be protected, devotees has to be protected. So that kind of thing we have to deal with them. But Mayavadis are in a very tricky situation, tricky position. Because they also ultimately want to kill Krishna. Why they want to kill, how they want to kill Krishna? Because according to them, Krishna doesn't have form. He doesn't have, the word Mayavadis be given very often. But if you go and speak to them that you are Mayavadi, they get offended. Mayavadi is a slang and derogatory word used by the Vaishnavas to them. That's like when you walk in the street, hey, takle, sometimes they call it, So that's like a slang people use. So we cannot go and tell them, So we can tell in our assembly, Mayavadis like that. But when you happen to meet them, you go and tell them Mayavadi, they become very offended. Why they call them Mayavadis? Because they say everything is Maya. Krishna is Maya. Material world is Maya. You are Maya. I am Maya. This body is Maya. Maya, you are Mayavadi. People call you Hare Krishna. Why? Every time Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, you are called Hare Krishna. So they call Maya, you are Mayavadis. So it's a derogatory word we use, but they are called as Advaitis or Ekatmavadis. For them, there is only one Atma is there. Ekatma. Only one Atma. In the whole creation, everything, there is nothing except than one Atma. So which is that Atma? We don't know. That Atma could be in you or in me. So everybody has to perform, the process. It's a very strange philosophy. But so why the offenders of Krishna? That one Atma, let it be Krishna, leave him alone. But they don't stop that. That one Atma, who could be Krishna, who could be me, or we don't know who is that. Either I am illusion, that Ekatma Krishna is the absolute truth. Or he is illusion, the Ekatma me, I am the absolute truth. That one Atma, we don't know whose body it is. So everybody has to perform sadhana to, achieve liberation. But that Ekatma, let it be Krishna, but that Atma is Brahman, that Brahman is without form, without qualities, without any character. So when you say that, it is as good as killing him. I used to give an example. If somebody is, you invited a great sportsman or some great singer for award ceremony, and he's sitting in a big vyasas and big, platform, and a cinema star is invited, and a keynote speaker is invited that you have to speak about this person. And today is his birthday, we are celebrating. All his fans are sitting, millions of people. And if you take the mic and everybody is so eager to hear about his, hero, what he's going to speak about him. And then he says that, today is his birthday. Actually speaking, he's great because, he's not dead. He's living and breathing. Thank you very much. And he goes away. What do you think that all his fans who want to hear about his glorification, will they be, excited? Oh, he spoke so great. Then they become, they can even attack him also. Then he says, okay, I'll speak something more. He's all not only dead, but he's also breathing. Some more thing I will say. He's breathing also. That's all. No, okay, I added one more point, but this is all. This thing you don't have to come there, So they would be thinking, and the person is sitting on the dais. Imagine what he will be feeling. You put me on the dais and you got a keynote speaker. This is how you glorify me, how I'm acting nicely, how I'm singing nicely, how I'm doing somersault, how I'm doing, how I'm hitting the ball, whoever he is, So much glories I got, but you are not talking about all my glories, but you're saying that I'm living. And the person who is speaking is saying that I did not say anything wrong. I spoke the truth. You are not dead, you are living. So I did not say anything wrong. So how can you accuse me? But imagine, even if some sannyasis, Vyasa Puja or something, some Vaishnava, when he's spoken about that, he will feel happy that, good, you don't glorify me, he'll walk away patiently. But you are talking about a materialistic person who is a hero, who is a film star or somebody, when he is addressed like that, how he will feel and how the fans will feel. That kind of, so that's what exactly the Mayavadis do. What they do, they don't give up Krishna also. At the same time, they will insult Krishna by these kinds of ways. So that's the Vaishnavas in the position of the fans who are sitting, and Krishna is a hero. But Krishna is tolerating them. But do you think the fans should tolerate that? So that's why Vaishnavas cannot keep quiet. They become very, they go all out with all, they open all their guns to shoot them down. So that's why Vaishnavas cannot remain quiet when they hear these kinds of accusation. So, so such kind of people who are offending Krishna is giving so much opportunity. Mahaprabhu took sannyas for what reason? For these reasons only. Just to deliver Kashir Mayavadis, Kashir deliver them, he took sannyas and gave so much grace, So, in this way, we see that the Kotish api Mahamuni, So he's saying he's talking to a great sage, The word given is Muni means Manana Shila Muni, a person who is very thoughtful, So it's not that he is kind of giving some kind of word to some sentimental person. He's talking to the Muni is addressed here, So that means that this particular platform of becoming devotee of Krishna. Krishna is giving so much endeavor, And in the end of the purport, Prabhupada is also talking about avajananti ma muhda manusham tanumashritam, that people don't understand that my great position, that I'm a great personality. They consider me as ordinary, So when and the Mayavadis, how tricky they are. When Krishna says that Senanina Maham Skandaha, so he says I am Skanda among Senapatis, and I am Prahlad among the Asuras, or I am lion among the animals. So when you say that, they say that Krishna himself is saying that I am Kartikeya, I am lion. So all things are one, everything is same. Prabhupada saying that the Mayavadis, they say that everything is Maya, but the devotees say that everything is Krishna. So Mayavadis is taking this opportunity, they are saying that Krishna is everything, so Ganesh is also Krishna, you can worship anything, and they quote this Gita verses. Krishna says that I am Skanda, I am Prahlad, I am Himalaya, I am lion. So you do worship anything, everything is okay. Everything goes to Krishna. But in that place, Baladev Bhushan, he speaks very interesting thing. He says that how Vaishnava sees, Vaishnava simultaneously see Krishna is everything. At the same time, keep Krishna distinct from everybody. So two kinds of difficulties. One is that not understanding Krishna's superior position, Krishna's rarity, and also not understanding devotee's rarity and devotee's superior position. So that's why our Acharya has written two books. One is Laghu Bhagavatamrita and is Brihad Bhagavatamrita. So Laghu Bhagavatamrita, Krishna's superior position is established. How Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan. And the Brihad Bhagavatamrita, the position of the gopis, the highest platform of devotees are established. But to begin from the Gita itself, how not to bring Krishna to the position of ordinary thing, and how also not to bring the devotees to the position of ordinary thing. One is Krishna Parad, and there is Vaishnava Parad. So in Prabhupada is ending that particular purport Avajananti ma muda. So how the mudas are thinking that Krishna himself is saying that I am lion. So is it worshipping lion and Krishna are equal? So Baldev Bhushan says, example, he says, when he says that in ordinary our usage also, when he say the king is the lion among the king, he say, the king is so powerful, the Raja Simha is coming. So do you think that the king and the lion are equal? So what is understanding there? The understanding is that the king has similar qualities of the lion. What is the lion's quality? It is very powerful. It can attack any other animal. It will not run away in the fight. So how the valor the lion has, similar valor this king also has. That's why we say is, Simho Manavaka, Simho Raja, this kind of usages are there. So in the material usage itself, no foolish person will think that he is a lion king, he is a Raja Simha. Then show your tail, nobody will ask that. So, but why you are not accepting that in Krishna's case? When Krishna says, I am Kartikeya, I am Adityanam Aham Surya. So why you are not putting that logic over there? That means Krishna, the effulgence, what you're able to see in the sun, that quality Krishna has, Similarly, he is effulgent because you are not able to see anything else effulgent like sun. So you are seeing sun's effulgence. That similar effulgence Krishna has, Or you are seeing the lion is so powerful. Similar power Krishna has, actually more power. So in this way, just because the qualities are same, it doesn't mean that both are non-different. Both are different. The qualities are the same. So in this way, but these foolish people, these rascals, as Prabhupada says, avajananti ma mudha. They think that because I am there amongst I'm taking avatara, coming into the material world, they think that I am also one of them, But in this way, foolish deride them. Either they want to equate me to the living entities here, or they want to put me, as an impersonal, that I'm nothing, So these both things are totally foolish things, So coming out of all this misconception, when a person gets liberated, and after liberation, when a person gets and the real understanding, Krishna, that platform is so rare, and Mahaprabhu is giving that for free, So Mahaprabhu, as Anarpita Charim Shirat Karunaya Avatirana Kalau Sabarpaitu Munnadojvala Subhakti Shriyam. Anarpita, which has not been offered before, and that also in the age of Kali Yuga. Karunaya Avatirana, he is giving so mercifully. So basically, in what we hear is there first Sambandha Jnana, then comes Abhideya, then comes Prayojana. But interestingly, Mahaprabhu, mercy is given by Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada is even more merciful than Mahaprabhu in giving. Prabhupada said, Mahaprabhu delivered one Jagai Mada, you are delivering hundreds and millions. Prabhupada himself writing about. So in that understanding, that before even get the Sambandha Jnana, Prabhupada is giving to the world opportunity to engage in Abhideya. If you see in the case of Jayananda Prabhu, how he makes Ratha Yatra. So he makes Ratha cart, and how he makes Ratha cart he works so hard day and night. And that time volunteers are not so great like now in the beginning of this ISKCON. And some hippies would be coming there, and he would call them. And just by his demeanor and his power, his kind of attractive personality, whenever he calls, people come and they start doing. They don't know what is Jagannath, what is Rath Yatra. They don't know who is Krishna and all. Without even knowing anything, they would start doing Rath Yatra. They will be doing carpentry with him, Like the hundreds and millions of people, without even knowing who is Krishna, they are given opportunity to engage directly in Abhideya. And after engaging Abhideya, they realize, oh, Krishna is God. Sambandha Jnana has to be there. But after Abhideya, they come to know, okay, Krishna, whom I am serving is Supreme Personality of Godhead, and I am supposed to be a servant. In one place, one person asked Prabhupada, Swamiji, can I get initiation? And what question Prabhupada asked? Do you know who is Krishna? He said, Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Who are you? I am his servant. Okay, you can get initiation. So, uh, so even before we get into Sambandha Jnana, Abhideya is coming. So that means that this rarity, Kotishapu Mahamune, what is so rare, that rarity is given for free. And that's why Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate. So that's why Kaviraj Goswami says, if anyone really thinks, use little bit of logic, you want to use logic, correct? Try to use your logic little bit in Mahaprabhu's mercy. What will happen? You will faint. What is the verse? Karaga Chamatkar. You will faint in, just even thinking about it, So that mercy Mahaprabhu is giving, that directly Abhideya, So Srila Prabhupada, even though Prabhupada done so many things, but in his Pranam Mantra, which he himself composed, what he composed? Uh, uh, Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prachar Nirvishesha Shunyavadi. So even though Prabhupada is giving directly the Abhideya of what Mahaprabhu gave, but while coining this, his particular Pranam Mantra, Prabhupada emphasized these two words, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarini. That means that one has to rise above the platform of Nirvishesha and Shunyavad. Then when you understand Janma Karma Chamediyam Yevam Yoveti Tattvataha, when a person really understands in truth what is Krishna's position, then Naitima Meti Sorjina, he can come back to Krishna. So that understanding, because in India, all of us, it's not that nobody doesn't know who is Krishna. We heard Krishna Ram from Kanyakumari to Himalayas. People heard. But what Prabhupada contribution is that Tattvataha, knowing Krishna as he is, knowing our position as the real, as a real, corresponding to the reality. And that is Mahaprabhu's grace coming through Srila Prabhupada. So in that sense, we can appreciate the rarity of bhakti, and even more we can appreciate that rarity of bhakti is given to me, to us, in the assembly of the rare devotees. So in this way, there is a great opportunity for us to appreciate that rarity. And as Gaurang Bihar Prabhu yesterday said that this body is insignificant, but at the same time, when we see the rarity of bhakti, even this body can be used in Krishna seva, that is the mercy of Atashi Krishna Madina Bhavid Grahim Indriya. But Krishna is so merciful that he accepts our useless body also in his service. And even though this body doesn't have the capability to receive Krishna, Krishna himself forcefully pushes himself to these eyes, to these ears, to this body, and he manifests within us. So in this way, this rarity is given so dynamically and so easily. So the combination of rarity and availability of easy availability. So these two things are something wonderful. Hare Krishna. Sorry, I'm not a very interesting speaker. Some of you have tolerated me. Hare Krishna. Any corrections? All Vidyapeetham, all the scholars are sitting here. Yes, Sridhar, my Prabhu, your special comments. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, I think everybody is hungry. Swalpa Punya Vatam Rajan. Srila Prabhupada ki, Granth Shrimad Bhagavatam ki.